This video is for everyone who is navigating online dating in their 40s, 50s, and beyond. Help me understand this world. So it feels very casual to me, and I'm just curious, how do you find a high value person in this whole sea of profiles and people that you're wading through, trying to figure out who's being disingenuous, who's being sincere? How do you navigate this when it's so casual? Let's meet for a drink, let's meet for a cup of coffee. Is there no more courtship anymore? Should I just drop that hope? And I have the perspective of a female, obviously going on first dates with men, but what I hear from men is it's the same thing, that women don't put in an effort. So drop a comment, let me know, what should I expect? How do I navigate this?
So she wants to know, how do you navigate this? What should you expect? You shouldn't expect anything. And it's literally impossible to navigate out there when you are in your middle ages and still unwed, unattached, unmarried, childless, husbandless, no family, and you're trying to get off that carousel that you chose to ride in your 20s when you could have gotten married. You could have settled down, but you chose not to, right? You chose to stay out there in the wastelands like Mad Max and not come home. So now you're stuck out there with the rest of these chicks, right? The rest of these chicks who are in their middle ages, complaining on social media about how you can't find a high value guy. And she literally said that. If you listen to her rant, she literally said, how do you find a high value person at this age? You don't, honey. That ship has sailed. Okay, that time has passed. It's over. All right? It's over. The game's over. People have left the stadium. The bleachers are empty. And that time has passed. That that opportunity has already slipped through your fingers. And this is really what a lot of my channel is for, is to warn these girls, like, hey, you don't want to be staying out there, beyond the age of 30. I mean, and these chicks are well beyond the age of 30, right? But you definitely do not want to be out there beyond the age of 30, because there is something about that number. I always talk about this. When it comes to high value guys, there is something about that number 30 that makes guys kind of repulsed. Like, really? You're in your 30s? Even if you look like you're in your 20s, right? Even if you still look hot, you could still pass for, maybe your late 20s. Once you tell that the guy finds out you're in your 30s, you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Because what's going on through his head is this chick is fine, yet she's still single. Immediately, what this guy can already surmise is that you have been riding the carousel. You have been banging multiple dudes, an assortment of men out there. And the more guys that you have sex with, the more guys that you bang, the less your value is. For most guys, especially high value guys. Even these beta simps on these social media platforms, TikTok in general, right? Tons of them on TikTok. As much as they say, no, doesn't matter, doesn't bother me one bit. It is. Because biologically, that's how we're wired, guys. We are wired to respond negatively to a female who has spent her life having sex with hordes of different men, a variety of men out there. And we don't value women like that. And they don't like to hear that. Females don't like to hear the truth, right? They want to be lied to. Why do you think all these advertisements, all these corporations, the woke mob, all these social media platforms, you name it, what do they do constantly? They lie to them. They constantly blow smoke up their ass. Why? Because it makes them feel good. Right? They don't care. They want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear what's ugly, what's reality, what's practical. No, they want to hear what they want to hear. Right? So you have all of these conglomerates in society basically lying to women. Whereas for men, we don't want to be lied to. Men, we want to hear the truth. And if you lie to us, that is what's going to upset us. Right? If you lie to us, that will upset us. Whereas for women, if you lie to them, that will make them happy. But if you tell them the truth, that will piss them off. Whereas for guys, we want to hear the truth, because the faster we could get the truth, the faster we could start fixing things, the faster we could start improving. You know why? Because we take accountability. That's how accountability works. You got to hear the truth. Then you look within yourself introspectively. And you go, okay, I got to fix these things. A, B, C, and D. Let me get to work on this, so I don't stay out there like an idiot and keep making the same mistake. So this is why these chicks never learn. This is why they never learn. How many times I got to tell you? There's a reason why these chicks are still out there, fellas. They're still out there, available. Still selling themselves out there on the dating apps. And you need to ask yourself, why? What is she doing out here still? And of course, these women love to point out the anomalies, right? They don't like to deal in reality. I mean, they like to look at these exceptions to the rule. Well, I knew one girl who, she had to take care of her parents because they were aging, or she had a disabled brother. Okay, I get that. Right, but that is not the overwhelming majority of women out there for the reason why they're still single. The overwhelming majority out there, the reason why they're single isn't because they had to take care of aging parents or they had disabled siblings. No, the overwhelming reason is because they chose not to get married and to go out there and just piss away their 20s having random sex with random men that they met at nightclubs, bars, online, you name it. That is why they're still out there. So cry me a river. Cry me a river. Let's crack into the next girl's complaint here, shall we? And we will take it apart. Roll the tape.
All right, guys, this is for all the ladies that are dating, and I want to hear the men to hear this too, but the ladies, it's really for you. We have got to do better on our own in order to make the men do better out there with this whole crazy dating society, online dating that we've created. I think that so much bad behavior is happening, and we're not stopping it immediately. We're entertaining some of this bad behavior, which is making it worse, and it's making men think if they can get away with it, then why not keep doing it? So I was having a conversation with a guy, really innocent conversation, talking about dogs, cats, vacations, you name it. And out of the clear blue sky, this is what he texts me. So read that. Yeah, I'm sure you won't be surprised if you're on online dating that somebody thought that was appropriate to say to me. He said to me he gets a 70-30% positivity reaction or positive reaction out of that. 70% of the women he sends that to thinks, oh great, thank goodness. What the hell? Ladies, we need to do better if we want them to do better. So.
Okay, it almost seems like this dude is trolling her, but this is the level of disrespect you're going to get when you have lived a life that has not been respectful. Because I guarantee these guys would watch their mouth, they would be careful about what they say, and almost walk on eggshells around you if you were somebody that was worthy of that type of respect. They'd be a little more careful about offending you, and I better not say this, I better not say anything sexual. But the fact is, you're out there in your 50s and you're essentially dealing with guys who are your own age that you are trying to lock down. So this guy and many like him only see you as an object now, because again, you've lived your life as an object. Right? You didn't have any guy put a ring on your finger. You didn't settle down when you were at the top of your SMV. You bypassed all that. You said, no. Not interested in that. I'm going to stay out there. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to take trips with my girls. We're going to go to the club. We're going to go to the bars. Oh, so what? I have a boyfriend. So what? I'm going to do what I want. I do what I want. Right? This is the result of do what you want, ladies. This chick is this older woman, I should say. She's in her 50s here. And This is the poop show she is dealing with. So if you want to avoid dealing with this poop show when you hit your 50s, guess what? Take a little bit of focus off that career. Take some focus off of, chasing the chads, and put the focus on trying to find a good, decent man that you can form a life with, that you can create a family with. Because statistically, those are the happiest women. Is it always going to be a bowl of cherries? No, right? You're going to have your ups and downs. That's called a relationship. But for a female, it's a whole lot better than being out there and dealing with this poop show, right? And dealing with guys like this who, again, I don't know if he's trolling. Sounds like he's kind of trolling, either that or he just has so many options at this point, which many guys do. He could date anywhere from, women in their 20s through their 50s, easily. So why does he have to treat her any better than, she treated him back in the day? She doesn't. He doesn't. Let's go to the last clip of the evening. I think you'll love this.
When I start dating again, I'm not asking or answering any of those questions. What's your favorite color? What do you like for food? How many kids do you have? How long you were married? Why'd you get divorced? Blah, blah, blah. Not doing it. Be ready for questions like, what was your favorite month this year and why? In the darkest, hardest time of your life, what got you through it? When were you the most happy in your life and why? Do you know the difference between attachment and connection? If you're not already doing what you want to be doing, what would you change? Do you think you're living your most authentic life?
What is this chick even talking about? What are you, my therapist? I don't want to answer those questions with you, right? I don't want to build any deep spiritual connection with you. Where was all this talk? Okay, I will always love to call these chicks out on this. Where was all this talk and this emotional depth 30 years ago when you were actually hot, when your body was tight, right? And your hair wasn't, getting all crinkly and you didn't have any wrinkles yet? Where was this talk then when men wanted you, when men were lining up to date you, when you had just your choice, the whole world, you had a world of options? Where was this talk? You didn't have time for this, right? No, let's go out and party. Nah, man, I got to get to the club. I got to wear the mini skirt. I got to wear the crop top. I don't want to have any depth. I've got too many guys wanting me. I have too many boyfriends. I don't have time for this. However, now that the party is over and nobody's interested anymore and you're becoming irrelevant, that is the time where now you want to have these deep conversations. Really? It's just insulting, right? It's very, very insulting for men to have to put up with this, deal with this. I don't even know why these guys on these dating apps, I feel like I just want to take all of them and shake them, right? These 50-year-old dudes who are even bothering to message these chicks. And there aren't that many left, right? Believe it or not, there are not that many left. Thanks to education like this, more and more men are finally awakening. And they're not out there simping like they used to. They're not out there, sending these girls, treating these girls as if they are the prize still. No, they're realizing their own value. Men are starting to realize their own worth. They're like, hey, man, I got a world of options, and I should exercise them. Whereas for a lot of these chicks, they did exercise them in their 20s. Right? And now that the fun is over, I've had my fun, I'm ready for you. That is the time where she wants to have something a little stronger, not just sex. I don't want to just have sex. I want somebody who values me as a person. Again, where was this 30 years ago? Why didn't you want that? Because, you know, you people you went to school with, you grew up with, that ended up having families and getting married, they were talking that stuff. They were talking that, you know, deep spiritual connection. They were having those deep conversations with their boyfriends in their 20s. That's why the guy said, wow, this is a good woman. I'm putting a ring on it. I'm marrying this chick. She's going to be the mother of my children. So what happened to you? Why are you still out there? As always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Let me know if there's anything I missed that you would like to add. Please share them in the comments below. I always love to see you guys in my comments. I always love to read them. So please feel free to drop your comments below. And I know you're going to have a lot to say here. So drop them below, fellas. Until next time. And with that said, I am going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on my YouTube channel. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe to my channel. So please make sure you're subscribed, and also feel free to share my coaching videos with other like-minded friends of yours who also want to become their best versions of themselves. Not only do I want you to subscribe, but I also want you to tell your friends about our channel and have them subscribe as well so we can reach other men, okay? And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I am teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I am talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the exact same type of women that myself and my students are out there cold approaching and bringing into our lives every single week. And I kid you not, guys, we're doing this every single week. We're doing this consistently, okay? Consistently. We're not having any dry spells or anything like that. We're doing this consistently. This is the absolute best way to support my work. And right now it's only $1. This is the absolute best way to support my work. So if you love what I do, if you love my content, if you love my DeLorean, I love this car, then jump into 7 Months of Mastery. It's really easy to get signed up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It only takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.